Biggest problem with Ripple and XRP was just fixed, but most people aren't paying any attention to this. I want to break down a huge news that was just made that solves the biggest problem we've had in cryptocurrencies so far in this video. The whole banking system is changing a lot because of cryptocurrencies and DLT technology, but a lot of people are still curious about why no one is using it. When are all the people going to adopt? I'm going to break down Ripple's plan for mass acceptance in this video and show you why XRP is such an important part of the whole plan. As always, you love this station and help me a lot. Thank you to everyone who liked the movies and signed up for the channel. These two easy things help me a lot. Also check out my best shoes if you're looking for a good place to buy XRP. Keep it down in the video's caption. Okay, I'll get right to it. I hope you guys enjoy what I have to say. The first thing we should do in this movie is talk about the biggest problem we've seen in crypto today. As a result, the financial system has been updated with brand new technology from the space age. Instant settlement, digital rails, a brand new way to move money, a brand new way to sell trades, and a brand new way to build an old financial system. The old technology was stuck in the 1960s. A lot of people have looked at that though and thought, this technology is so cool, right? What's the point of not using this technology if it's so amazing? Where am I supposed to adopt? When are these big groups going to join in? Also, a lot of people have said, oh, rules and laws, this really needs to happen. This needs to take place. However, you would still expect to see a bit more, right? What are you still waiting for? Are these things going to happen if there are rules and laws? What is going to be the real trigger? A lot of people are forgetting one of the most important parts of this too. A lot of these big Wall Street banks and other traditional financial companies don't like change, right? It takes a long time to do things like switch from Skype to Zoom for video conferencing because the process is so slow and complicated that no one wants to change anything. Everyone needs to be trained and things need to be done in a different way. So taking out the financial plumbing and putting in new financial plumbing is not an easy thing to do. This happens in almost every business. Why did Tesla beat out every other car company in electric cars in just a few years, when Tesla was still a new company? Well, the truth is that most of the big car companies weren't ready to make electric cars. They did not know how to do it. It was also hard for them to make electric cars because those cars were taking away from their regular business. No one on their team, not even an engineer, knew how to make electric cars. In every business you can see this. If you look at the standard brokerage business, Robinhood is taking all of their clients. Why does that happen? Robinhood, on the other hand, had a very different view. They set up trade 24 hours a day. Crypto was made by them. The UI is good. They made all of these things that people asked for, leaving all of these other businesses in a mess because they didn't share the same goals or plan. They did have the money to do it right away. They had the money to do all of these things, but they weren't ready. They didn't have the right equipment, the right people, or the right skills to make it happen. As opposed to Robinhood, which was a fintech company, these other brokerages were built on old methods. It was really hard for them to catch up because of that. The same thing is happening with coins. This is the way the future is going to be for a lot of these big financial companies. If they wait too long, someone else will probably be able to integrate it before them. Yes, they will have to make the change soon. They will finally see their business drop so much that they will say, if we don't do this now, we'll be left behind. But the most important thing we were missing was something that would push them to change. What made all the car companies realize they needed to start making electric cars? It was Elon Musk. Tesla sold a lot of them and then said, hey, we need to start doing this now or we won't be able to compete. What made Charles Schwab and Fidelity start trading 24 hours a day and selling cryptocurrencies? It was Robinhood who took all of their business. The question now is, what will either allow or push these banks to improve their infrastructure? That's where we are now. This is the big news I want to talk about because it has everything to do with Ripple and XRP. Okay, so you may have heard in the last few days that Ripple bought Hidden Road. And this is a huge step forward because we just learned today that Hidden Road now has a broker-dealer license. Also, I know this may sound like a bunch of nonsense. What does this license even mean? What does it do? This license seems like just words, but it's really important for the simple reason that a broker-dealer license lets Hidden Road work with almost any type of financial product in the US. And that means they can pretty much be a full-service market for any kind of stock out there. because they have a broker-dealer license, they can offer all kinds of services. Ripple now has a license to be a broker-dealer. This means that Ripple as a business can no longer only deal in cryptocurrency. In any asset class, they can talk to each other. Let's talk about what we were talking about before again. What is the most important problem with cryptocurrency? The main problem is that the big players in the market are still using old, inefficient systems because there's been no reason for them to change. It seems like almost all of the big brokerage firms and markets are still using the same old, broken technology. There isn't much competition to change or improve things, but there was competition from somewhere else. Ripple now has the broker-dealer and the building blocks to build it on top of the cutting-edge DLT technology. What do you think we'll see? Ripple wants to build a new marketplace and a new way to exchange value using open-source decentralized DLT technology. This idea is likely to start coming true. Value changes at the speed of light and trades settle instantly. Suddenly, these other broker-dealers whose deals take 3 to 4 days to clear are being outcompeted by hundreds of thousands of times thanks to the XRP ledger's 3-second transaction speed. Think about how much time and money you could save if you could swap 2 assets and get money out of a platform in 3 seconds instead of 4 or 5 days. You can't even begin to understand how big of a change that is for the world economy's finances. To think how much this could change everything is almost impossible. Ripple now has all of this for the first time ever. It was Ripple's job for a long time to get these people to do these things. That's tough to do. It's even better when there isn't much competition. Even so, Ripple is now a competitor. Ripple has just turned into the room's Robin Hood. You could say that Ripple is now the Tesla in the room, where everyone will start chasing them out of the blue, and will have to catch up. Are they going to be able to? We still haven't seen that place, but Ripple already has the amount of transactions. They had Hidden Road, the piece that was hidden. Every year they do $6 trillion, 0 cents worth of business. Also, look at this. It looks like the person who wrote this post knows a lot about Hidden Road. Nick told me that Hidden Road is a great broker if you don't already know it. It's pretty much a one-stop shop for big organizations to trade. It lets you clear, lend, trade, and execute trades in foreign currencies, crypto contracts, and even fixed income. To put it another way, it brings together standard finance and cryptocurrency. This is the most important thing that the banking system is missing right now for cryptocurrency to be widely used. Because these two things don't go together right now. You can't do both. And where we're going in the future, the old system needs to be linked to the new system. Plus, that's what I wrote on this post. I said that TradFi to DeFi and TradFi to DLT are the real bridges. Because we have these rails from the space age now, right? It's cryptocurrency technology that makes this new, fast, clearing, instant